Good day to you. Welcome to Luna Lifestyle TV. This is Luna Today. And as always, I am not alone. My name is Lombachiti. I am joined by
Steve, aka So Sick. Welcome to Luna Lifestyle TV is on with Luna today. So if you've been called by your boss several times after 17 hours, what do you do? Do you actually pick up, or do you say, you know what? He doesn't pay me for these hours, so I'll pick up when I get back to work at 8 in the morning. We'll be talking about that today, which is work-life balance. So stay tuned for that.
And of course, once you get to understand whether you're working, whether you're balancing your work life, you get to also nibble on something. We do have Chef Panda coming through. He is manager and chef at Hotston, and so he will be cooking us some amazing meal in the kitchen today.
It's grilled kafue bream fillet prawns cocktail tonight.
And so if you've never tested prawns like me, probably you are wondering what they are going to taste like. So
you've never tasted prawns before?
No, I've never eaten
prawns. What's the reason?
Before. I think maybe because I'm just a picky eater, number one, and I'm not very adventurous when it comes to food.
Wow.
Yeah, I've heard people say it tastes like chicken, it tastes like no more fish.
Tastes like prawns, fish, anything from the sea basically has a fishy taste.
Because one thing you would laugh at, you won't believe is that, remember when the mackerel fish came out?
Yeah.
I struggled to eat that.
Really?
I couldn't. I tested it once and I didn't like the smell. I'm like, it's not tasting like booger fish. I can't eat this. So
that's another type of fish.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If I'm struggling.
Just like if you had to eat a lombe, the lombe would taste so different from a steak. Oh, our cameraman, Luxon. Luxon probably tastes, like a game meat.
That example, though, I'm going to let it slide.
I'm just saying.
But let's see what Chef Panda will give us in the kitchen. And hey, if I get a chance to taste it, who knows, maybe I might end up loving prawns. And of course, right after that, we'll get into what's popping. Ilelanga. Steve is going to give us some entertainment.
Have you opened your TikTok account yet?
I do have a TikTok account. But
do you have fun with it?
Nah, I feel like, okay. No, I'm not going to say it.
No, say it.
No.
Get it out of your mouth.
I just feel like I'm going to go.
When TikTok started, I remember when we were going through the pandemic, I went a slap D-sha and I was like, I'm a gangster. But as time has gone by, for me, I don't mind looking Mongolo. So we'll be talking to Killer Beats, that's KB from the army. That's what you let us know about.
One thing I like about TikTok is the impersonations. Those I enjoy, but the dance videos, maybe it's because I've watched the most hilarious ones. I need to watch the dance challenges, the ones that actually show some skill, show some, maybe. But hey, right after Steve gives us that, Makasa takes us into the world of electric vehicles. And so that's on Digital Digest. And stay tuned for that. Have you ever thought of owning an electric car?
Like I always say, I mean, climate change is real. All these fossil fuels that we're putting into our atmosphere is going to make us relocate to another planet. But then, there's so many scientists that say that they can change Mars into a good planet because of all the things that it has. All you have to do is just add something there, then Mars will change into Earth. Meaning that if they can do that on Mars, they can do that here too. So most scientists are saying that, even though climate change is going to happen, if we're going to genetically modify a planet, we can do it for our planet as well. But clean energy is always the way to go, and electricity is the way to go. But I like the car, vroom, vroom, vroom.
The electric car still gives you that.
Yeah, but it's fake. You have to press it. It's like it's like it goes like there's a thing that makes you click on it so that it sounds like it's a muscle car. Like
I experienced that with the RCC Mafishi, a card that CBU students put together.
Yeah.
And they were trying to exhibit it during a press briefing in Kitwe earlier this year.
Yeah.
And so I literally saw them. I'm like, okay, can you, does it drive? Yeah. And it had that sound.
But it was fake, right?
No, they actually, it was OG.
Because I've seen a lot of electric cars. You just have to press somewhere and it gives you that
maybe
sound.
Maybe they are the bougie ones, but hey, let's see what Makasa unpacks for us today. And maybe this debate between Steve and I might end on whether the vroom is OG or it's the fake bougie one, like he's saying. Because right after that, we'll get into DIY. Chichi is going to be teaching us how to, make or put a pocket flower on a jacket. But you're that MC that goes casual, so.
I'm trying to age a little bit, just a little bit. I'll be on my Will Smith, but aging just a little bit.
Yeah, so I would love to see him rock that up. And of course, getting into GFG with Mayuyo, the beautypreneur, we'll be getting to look at natural hair.
Do you have natural hair?
I do have very long natural hair.
How do you feel that somebody from a poor country lost their hair such you can have hair today on top of your head?
Oh, because I'm wearing a wig?
Some poor family somewhere ate because of
those are myths. Those are myths. I don't believe
So where did they get this hair from?
Look, when they talk about...
About to lie.
No, I'm not about to lie. But I'm about to say I don't have all the facts on whether people from poor countries lose their hair. There's been those speculations, yes, that people do say their real hair. But when we talk about natural hair, this is, I could have shown you, take out my wig and show you.
I know we're taking too long, but where do you think the hair comes from?
Hey, the factory is plastic, over-recycled plastic.
So when they say human hair, like human hair, you think it comes from where?
Hey, it could be human hair or recycled plastic, perfected into like the teeny.
Yeah, so she doesn't know the answers. She's wearing some poor child's hair on her head here on Luna Today. But anyway, we'll all be talking about that. Mayuyo, beautypreneur, will come through and talk about that.
Natural
so many things
hair,
lined up.
By the way, though, she's going to be dealing with our African natural hair.
That's natural hair for somebody else.
Don't believe Steve, but let's see what Maya has for us when it comes to natural hair. And of course, do stay tuned as we get deeper into work-life balance right after this. Work-life balance. I am usually that person that is defined as the extremist. I'm about to find out if my colleague is the extremist too, but...
My phone.
Yeah.
If I want to answer it, I should answer it.
And that's what I'm about to
If I don't want to answer it, I'll leave it alone. I'll put it on the shelf and look at it.
I'm going to get to this, Steve. One thing that I have struggled to do over time, ever since I completed college, is balance my life away from work. Sometimes, I think most of the times, I've found myself being a victim of being attached to work.
I've worked with you before.
Yeah.
I've worked with Lombe before at a different institution, and sometimes I would tell her, just say no.
Or he would actually tell me, knock off.
Just say no.
And I'm like, how do I, and so I sat down recently and I'm like, okay, like how does one get to have a life away from work? Especially in an industry where anything can happen at any time. We're in media. Someone could die at midnight.
Yeah.
A party could be thrown at 1. And if you want to report the facts about it, you have to be there. Your working hours may be from 8 to 17. But if something happens after hours, what happens then?
The thing about, working, like you're working for somebody, there needs to be a balance, because if you're working for somebody and something stops, for me, it's their company. You know what I mean? That's why I encourage everyone to be an entrepreneur, because it's your company. If you do not work, you do not make money.
So meaning that even if you're working, you can still be the employed entrepreneur.
But if you've got me on a contract, you said the contract said from 8 to 17 hours I'm supposed to work, I will. If you say that, if I come in afterwards, it's overtime, and I see this reflect on my salary, I am happy to do that because it's what I want to do. But I should also have a choice. Do you understand what I mean? But we need to put power back to the employee. The employer has had so much power ever since we started having private firms being owned by individuals, because they sort of jump over the whole human resource aspect. I mean, try to do that at a government institution. The power that the union has at these places, making our labor laws just a little bit more easier to access, but private sector, not so much.
Because I'm looking at what recently happened in Australia. As much as you've said that, I'm going to come back to Zambia, because Australia just has had a new law that they have put in place, meaning the right to disconnect rule. We have had people fired in private institutions in Zambia because they did not pick up the phone when the boss was calling after work, and because they did not pick up, the institution suffered. Okay.
So let's check
And
out what
so-
the right disconnect is, where Australia is going with this.
Yeah,
The right
so-
disconnect, a concept gaining traction in many countries, grants employees the right to be free from work-related communication outside of their designated working hours.
Yeah.
This rule aims to protect employees from the constant pressure of being always on and to promote a healthier work balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the law does not ban employers from contacting workers after hours, no, but it instead gives the employees the right not to reply unless their refusal is deemed unreasonable. This is a bit tricky. This is where like the gap is usually left in when you talk about
Unreasonable.
yeah, because
Who
anything-
determines what is unreasonable?
Exactly. And so it further goes on to say that under the rules, employers and employees should try to resolve disputes amongst themselves. Let's do this. When has a dispute between an employer and an employee ever gone resolved in-house?
Okay.
Who usually remains smiling?
Obviously, it's the employer. But if you have a very tough human resource base,
Yes, there.
you'll be able to tackle that, because the unfortunate part is that a lot of employees are taking away the human resource aspect of it, and then the person who's going for that human resource course for the degree for 4 years is not actually working in these institutions. So let's talk about the term unreasonable first.
Yeah.
What is unreasonable? What if I love my sleep and you calling me is unreasonable
To you.
to me,
But
but
you
me
picking
not
up
picking up is
is
unreasonable
unreasonable.
to you? So where do we strike
And
the
I
balance?
like that. I like what you've said. You know, I like to make reference to this girl, my sister, because she says, even me being at home watching TV is me being busy. Even me sleeping is me being busy. So now I'm thinking, to other people, sleep is a luxury, and to other people, sleep is a need.
Yeah.
So if somebody has to wake up from their sleep, pick up a go, and it disorients them the whole day,
Yeah.
it's
It's still something that's
it's still something very valid, because when you get into like medical field and whatnot, they would tell you that there are people that get affected when they don't have a certain number of hours for them to sleep.
yeah.
You wake them up in the middle, it affects their mental health, how they function the whole day. So now the unreasonable part there is also something that's very questionable. But let's look at what happens when somebody is able to have a life away from work. Okay, you are able to go for work, knock off, maybe over the weekend, you spend time with family and friends, or you just find a new hobby, a new skill. You know, what happens to such a person? Usually it has been found that people that are able to have a work-life balance perform better at their institutions. Yeah, and I mean, I've seen Steve, when Steve knocks off and he's having his drink and his social life, he doesn't want to be disturbed.
Don't bother me.
But see him the next morning, he's gonna kick it like he was actually preparing.
Even with a hangover, I'm in your time now. It's time for me to do your work, so I'll do it to the best of my ability. I will put that unreasonable hangover away from me so I can do your work, which is, make your company better. So, you can also go on our Facebook page, which is Lunar Lifestyle TV.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about this. When should your boss or your superior call you to come in, or so that you can do work-related things?
Yeah.
What about your email? Aren't you so happy that sometimes emails are attached to just the company PC?
Yes, especially when it comes to company emails. That actually works it even better, because when you look at the impact that the right to disconnect has on you when it comes to even, company emails and whatnot, you might not pick up the phone. But imagine if you had a company email on your personal laptop, or if you were knocking off with company, equipment, or you go home with a company laptop. That means to an extent, you are still expected to work.
Yeah.
But if the email is attached to the company, equipment, and it remains at the office, to an extent, it helps you reduce the burnout, because when you see the email, you'll be tempted to respond to it.
Yeah, it does. And even the light, when you check out the light on your phones, the light on your phones, we are all like, kokonga siyang kulala. Siyang kulala panto akasuba kaya te.
Yes.
Shibuka panto akasuba ka.
Katula.
Yeah. So if you picture yourself as a human being, we go through the same thing. That's why when you talk about how bad your sleep is, that's why these gadgets, this light, when you have it on constantly in your face when you're trying to sleep, it's you, the animal part of you that is used to sunrise and sunset, being woken up constantly.
Yeah, constantly. So, because like it's your mind is being told
that
you need to respond to something.
Wake up. Yeah. So let me give you a few tips on the reasons why you need to sleep and the reasons why your bosses need you to sleep. Do you know what lack of sleep does? It gives you fatigue. It gives you impaired cognitive function. Does your boss want you to have impaired cognitive function, which is basically difficulty in concentrating, memory lapses, and decreased problem-solving skills? Why not?
Yeah.
And then the third one is it disturbs moods. I will be arguing with Lombe the whole day today.
Because he's having a headache due to lack of enough sleep.
Yeah. And then we also have physical health issues, weakened immune system, increased blood pressure, and cardiovascular problems because you're not getting enough sleep, and premature aging.
Yeah. And stress actually as well. Yeah, because when you give yourself time for your body to recover and just disconnect from everything that's happening, it is true that sometimes, like I said, there are certain, sections or industries that never close, like the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay. But even that doctor
that's
on call needs a day off.
Yeah.
Okay. Sadly, they will say, someone died, the doctor should have been here. Well, it's sad that
someone who always die.
That's me.
Even when the doctor is there. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have institutions like that. You have the fire department. We've had people in Zambia say, "Hey, truth is, they're supposed to have people on call, yes?
Yeah, but the emergency, jobs that we have, like emergency calls and all these, those are supposed to be up or not. But there's also a way they change shifts so that somebody can rest.
Yeah, and still, so meaning that even with that, people still need time out, because when you look at how that improves a company, people will be recommending other employees to say, "Come school vacancy." So you'll still be able to have your own life, away from it. And it will help you just be a human being. Pursue hobbies, go on a vacation, have some friends, for crying out loud, It will help you sit and build with your family, build with your children, not what happened during COVID. When parents were sent on quarantine, most of them realized they did not even know their children.
Really?
Yeah, because they're spending most of the time at work.
They don't see their kids.
They don't see their kids, exactly. All in the name of, I need to make some money, or we need to generate income for this family. And so you're so attached to your work, you don't have an off day for your kids. When you knock off, your kids are sleeping. When you go for work, your kids are sleeping.
But you know what? Don't feel left out. If you're a boss, there's also things that you need to know about the powers that you have and how they should be respected. So should your boss call you at night? There's a company culture that you need to know about. Some workplaces may have a culture of being available 24/7, while others may respect employees' personal time. And there's also your role as a boss. Certain roles like healthcare professionals that we talked about, emergency responders, may require being on call, available at night as well. And urgency too. If it's a genuine emergency, like, oh, Luna TV is on fire, Steve, we're calling you. You need to get up and help out with that. And then the prior agreements. If you're explicitly discussed and agreed upon night calls with your boss, then it's acceptable that your boss should call you.
I like the last point, especially prior agreements. I think anytime that work is going on, it's important to look at what happens in such an eventuality. That's why they call it crisis management. You don't manage a crisis when it happens. You manage it before it happens. So prior arrangements are made. Oh, okay, be available at 22. I'm going to call. Of course, I'm going to wake up at 22 and receive that call. But then, hey, I'm learning this.
I even know that when I see a call from a boss, I'm like, okay, I'm not picking that up. And then I see another one that I don't know after that. I'm like, the boss has used another line. We're not doing that as well. Even if I see somebody else calling me from the workplace, like, oh, okay, 23 hours. Okay, cool. Then you go into the WhatsApp group without even checking or seeing opening anything, just say, oh, okay, cool. They'll sort it out. You need to let me know. It needs to be in my contract. Sign it up. So basically, we need to just have a very strong base when it comes to human resource management.
Yeah, human resource management, a very key factor in most of these organizations, especially in Zambia, and I believe most private institutions barely have a human resource department. But Steve is smiling. Why are you smiling?
Work-life balance. It gives us money. We need to respect it, though. Yeah. But it needs to respect us too.
It does need to respect us too, because I need to also learn how to cook, a cocktail of prawns, as well as how to, remove the skin from that brim fish and whatnot. So let's get into the kitchen as Chef Panda.
Hey, Chef Panda.
Gives us a run through on how to prepare this particular dish. So do stay tuned. This has been Luna Today in-depth discussion. So do stay tuned as we are still here with you on Luna Today, giving you more in fashion, DIY, tech. There's so much coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Imilile Show. All right, so today we are going to show you some dishes that we're going to do today, and don't forget my name. My name is Panda. Okay, so today we are going to make a prawn cocktail salad. It is international, but we just want to show you how Africans can do the better dishes in Africa. So right here, so I'm just going to mention some ingredients I do have. So the dishes are two. So I have kafua brim fillet. So we have kafua from the Kafua River. Okay, so we're going to have kafua fillet. We're also going to have prawn meats. We also have mayonnaise. We have avocado. We have a beer right here, a soda water. We also have the oregano, the cheese mix. Also we have coriander right here. We have ginger. Masala. Yeah. So this is feta cheese. Okay. This is cheese right here, and this is butter. Butter and shibang and chai. Okay. This is flour right here, and this is water. Same as the way my big brother always say that. No salt, no life. So yeah, so this is salt, and we also have some lemon for garnish, maybe something like that. We have onion, lettuce. We have some mixed vegetable. We've done the preparation already. The mise en place was done already. Okay, so we have bell peppers and onions. We're going to have these for the saute with the fish. Okay, so right now I'm just gonna fire up my oven, my gas. It's the oven, right? Okay, yeah. So this. Tuala ile kaile kava kupano vya vile pani. Baada ile kava nishtuasha na hii. Okay. Tuasha na hii mbili pakona. Okay, it's on. Yep. So right, this one just has to be on a medium heat so that we don't burn the fish. Okay. Okay, that's reduced. So we're going to put it right here. Apakale kava pani kena. Here we're going to do saute of the peppers and the brim. Don't forget, saute kusarulai. Yeah, so I'm telling you, this is going to be amazing. Tuala isansa shan spice. Tuala isansa spice nang tulandat. Tuala isansa salt. No salt, no life. So I'm going to slice the lemon. Okay, and this lemon is a bidilawa ma. Aba ishwa fesa bidilawa mana. This is amazing. Okay, so kalemon kaingira. Okay, then we're going to shuffle a bit of onions. So we shuffle those, we put them aside. So apa oil ni shinai kawa momo naka kawa kaka wafila. This is where we're going to do a saute of vegetables. Then now we season our prawn meats. So I'm going to need a bowl, a really nice white bowl. We're going to use the beer. Okay, and the soda water mixed together. Okay, right there. Oh, what a mess. So, tuala become cheese mix. Cheese mix is going to go in there. You can see how delicious it's coming. It's really juicy, nice, eh? Yeah, so, and also oregano in there so that we can get that flavor nice. Drizzled in there, yeah, nice. Good stuff only. Yeah, and we're going to use some salt. No salt, no life. You see? Just enough. But so you're just going to put a little bit more. And don't forget, I'm a new chef, so go easy on me. Yeah. So flour, this is when it works. Okay, flour in there. There we go. Okay. Whisker. Oh yes, we did. Mix it nicely. Just not too much, but just enough. Okay. Okay. So kafule kawa kwa tsana karimu kama yeu na nkasheka nsip texture. Okay, like that. Finish kukumbula. Make sure you see now it's looking, eh? Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not bad. You can do this. You know. Okay, so yeah, we're ready. And salt to the fish. Okay, so we are going to mix this so that we can just get that nice proper mixture. Don't forget, this is easy. Okay, we're going to do this together. So not too good. No, we're together right here. Okay, so the flour, you're going to also season it with some cheese mix. Not too much. You see that? Okay, good. Yeah, and then you're going to drop in your meat prawns. You see, right there. Good stuff only. Appetite is no so enough. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to just make sure that they are well marinated inside there. You know, so that flour padakale fuma kalengira mukanankwe. It's well and good. Okay. So I'm going to jump on my tongue right here. It's a lovely kitchen. Okay, immediately. So right there into there. You see? Nice dusting on the side. Nice dusting on the side. Now again. Yeah, so there we go. Fwewa basingo balanda tiyo umwomenga reitika shani eno mzambia na mwena ni fini mkala tseka fe fini ifutre pange mpia ichola tata. Okay, so yeah, I'm done with my things. So now I'm going to drop in my cinnamons. Okay, yeah, cinnamon is right here. So not too much of it, so that we get that flavor nice from cinnamon. Okay, so now I'm gonna oil. It's not too much, so you don't need too much of oil. You just need a bit. Then you start dripping in your prawns. You see that? Nice, good stuff. Okay, so isa bina tupika kofe salty. We need also the oregano right there. So isa bitatifa kadi apula na spice sana. You know, isa bitatifa that taste. Nika fiwe brimweka. So we're going to put it in. Just make sure that it slides in. Yeah. Okay, so you wipe your hands all the time. Make sure that your section is clean, because clean environment, delicious food. Don't forget, Chef Panda in the kitchen. You turn it. You see? It has to be brown by the time you're turning it. Right there. Guys who have girlfriends, Chef Panda showed me this one. We're able to do it nicely. You see? It's brown. Girls love seafood. And then mundola amayesante kwa seafood mwisho. So if you can only do a cocktail salad, and you know how ladies love salad, so it's a nice thing, it's a good thing. So you have to check it. So all of my it will give you the bit of brown mumbani. Yeah, so I'm going to shuffle some coriander right here. So you see, it still go. Yeah, not too fine. I just give them a rough cut. Okay, so for those that once are amaresonzia kuipika shani yo ndefa ine panda kamfunde ko ilia shani you know where to find me. It's only this same show. That's where you learn from. Okay, so I think my fish is ready, and also my prawns are going well. Okay, so I can turn it. Hey, nice, beautiful stuff. You see that? Smells good. Smells good too. And also my garlic in there and my ginger. So not turning on the other side, that's when you can add your ginger. But when you're adding your ginger, don't forget your garlic. My ginger is right here. You can eat on top of, yeah, you just like break it a bit, then you let it dive in there. You also let the ginger dive in there. Don't forget, this is not too spicy. Okay, so there we go, and some onions, not too much. So onions in caramelized. Taste is suma, and that taste is all you need. Okay, paper towel. Okay, so I have this plate. I'm going to use this plate with my paper towel. Let's squeeze that a bit out. Yeah, I'm a tall guy, me, eh? Okay. I'm going to use another one. Okay, my tongue is right here. Okay, right there. So to allow for I'm a prawn meat, eh? Okay, because prawn meats are ready. You can see them. My paper towel. Good stuff. Okay, right there. Tafunya my prawns. Abatema my prawns. We love to checking. Tell me better my recipes my prawns so that I'm ready and can we turn that off. Okay. Okay. It's safe cooking, eh? So it's that speed. Alright, so we go to the next one. So as I'm letting my fish to be cooking right there, I give it on the low. It's you see, the onions are getting caramelized, it's all brown nicely. So a prawn cocktail salad, it's what we are starting with, because scarlet fish prawns are fine. So, and for sure, the salad needs to go quietly cold. So, so prepare dish up. Okay, so I'm going to get my paper towel. Repeat. Okay, and I'm just going to dust on top of the, so we make sure we don't have oil. I want to buy the water party no, but I know not water, so it's oil sand. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to use the same paper towel. No wastes. Okay, some paper towel we're going to put on top, right there. Yebo. Okay, so as we wait, you see, caramelized, nice, good stuff. Smells good. Smells good. Nice, it's smelling good. I wish you were here so we can enjoy this food together. Oh, you should try it at home. Good stuff. We're going to cut the cubes right here. Triangular. Triangular kuno sana clean because avocado na imoneka kuno ikota pera. Mwabasha ishiba kota pera ni avocado. Mwabasha ishiba avocado ni kota pera. Okay? So we are going to cut the avocado slices. You can hold them in your hand, whatsoever on the board. It's up to you. But me, I like holding them like this. Then I just drop, yeah, any side, anyway, you know, it's okay. Yeah, right there. And we're going to put it right there. We're going to put them right here. And we're going to put this on right there. Okay, nice, good stuff. Then prawns inside. Okay, so now it's a presentation time. And don't forget, we haven't sauteed the vegetables. We're going to use the same pan. So we're just going to get off the fish, then we put it aside. Okay, so I don't know if somebody have ever thought of cafe can ever been done like this. We have to use our local ingredients to make perfecto food. This is where we're going. Yeah. So it's a good stuff actually. Okay, so the garnish on top, we're going to use the same salads, same vegetables. We just top them on the top, right there. They just look delicious nicely. Who can fail to eat this, guys? Come on. Right here, we're going to use soda water. Soda water. Okay, just like enough in there. Enough in there. We're going to make a dressing. Imagine a dressing right there. And don't forget, we're going to use black pepper. Black peppercorn. I'm going to grate some black pepper in there. Right there. Good stuff. Not too much. Okay. Right there. Ooh, nice. Ooh, okay, be able to eat this. All right. And then the dressing goes just on top of the salad. Just that. And then don't forget the lemon. I'm going to slice the lemon behind. Okay. Now it's okay. Lemon is lemon. Now you should slice the lemon. Okay, slice the lemon. You can still do it. And you're going to do just a little bit cut one right there. Yeah. And then we put on the cocktail glass. Yeah. Prawn cocktail salad. Okay, we're back. Okay, so this is it. So don't forget your feta cheese. Everything should work. Everything should work. This is for the ladies. There are a few guys that like salads. So this salad wakambe. Now mona, it's locally made with local ingredients. Right there. You have the space where to eat from. And you're going to do our garnish herb on top. Like right there. Okay, good stuff. Right there. And this goes right here. You can fail to have this. You see? So the first dish is a salad. It's done. You can have this as starters. Anyway, if you have starters, okay, so we can have this as starters. A nice salad right here. Check this out. Ooh, you see? This is what you call food. And food made locally. Locally is good. Okay, I'm going to put it aside right here. You see, red. These are nice onions, very fresh from masala, $1. This is what it is. Without avako, if okay, so as it eaten, yeah, I'm going to use this plate for presentation. Okay, so apaire cover. Okay, it's done. I'm just going to drop one butter there, one butter in. Yeah, just like that. Not too much, not too much. Okay, then your veggies in there. Yes, nice. You see that? Just looking nice. Anyway, so actually, right now that's where you know that your cooking is about to get done. You saute your vegetables. Your vegetables should be the last always, because you know what? This is still warm. This is still heat. But your vegetables, once you saute them, vegetables, just need to make sure that everything that you're doing is okay and it's on point. So just a bit of black pepper right there. Not too much. Only salt and pepper. Good seasoning. Simple cooking. Right there. And you saute. Yeah, so you just let them as they're doing themselves, and I'm going to do my cutting of the fish because I don't want to present it just the way it is, but I want to slice it so that it looks nice. Right there. So I'm going to do it the way I do it from Hot Stone. Don't forget your vegetables should be crunchy, but really nice sauteed. So this is the way I do it from Hot Stone. This is the way we do it from Hot Stone. Okay, like that. Okay, so you see vegetables in there, but we normally put chips in there in the chips basket, but you know, so you know, we're just going to make it nicely and creative, and we're going to do the vegetable down like that, falling out. This is what I mean. Okay, so don't forget the cheese mix on this. The cheese mix is the key. So you do that. Cheese mix. The oregano, either ways you can have it just like that. Then oregano goes on the vegetables, just like that, not too much, so the food looks yummy. Anyway, I'm still supporting my local ingredients. Okay, right there. I twist it like this. Flamingo, right there. You can just put it on the middle, you know. Anywhere you want, you can put it. Okay, so right now we're done. I am Panda, right here. Thanks, guys.
Catch another immediately on Lunar Lifestyle TV.
I'm so jealous of Steve right now because he is just from testing what I wanted to test. Guys, I did not have the confidence in me because if I test but hey, Steve is going to tell me how it tasted, then maybe I can try it later. Steve,
I've grown up with prawns, man.
You couldn't stop chewing.
I've grown up with prawns. I love prawns. I love everything that he cooked. I love the fact that men are kicking the women's backsides when it comes to cooking.
Hasn't it always been like that? I thought
Really?
Yeah, I've always thought men have always been like great cooks. They just choose not to.
Well, women have always been in the kitchen. What are they doing in the kitchen? If a woman's place is the kitchen, but then men come into the kitchen and say, oh, we're better cooks than you?
Well, hey, I'm not refusing. I'm accepting it because I looked at you singing. I was so sick. Tell us about, okay, Steve, how was that meal?
That meal was awesome. I like spice. I wish it could have been spicy because I like spicy foods. But for everyone's palate, I think it can fit pretty well. I mean, even if I want to spice it, I could spice it myself. That's how great that meal was. It was open for suggestions for everything.
I have a question. Mm-hmm. Did the prawns taste like chicken?
I don't know because I've been eating prawns all my life. Prawns tasted like prawns to me.
I think I'm asking the wrong person.
Yeah,
but hey,
you should taste it.
I'm gonna find time to taste it off camera. I'm gonna test it off camera because lest I become a meme somewhere.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna try and taste it. But hey, let's get into what's popping. Ilelanga. Let's see what Steve has for us today as he speaks to KB over TikTok, the fastest growing social media platform currently.
All right, welcome to What's Poppin'. My name is Steve, aka So Sick, and TikTok has been a new phenomenon a few years now, and it all brought about a big surge when everybody was stuck in their houses during the COVID pandemic. But who ever knew that it would blow up for artists the way it's done? We have so many challenges on our TikTok. Does that mean TikTok is already buzzing as well? And we have KB, who I'm talking to today. We'll talk about the importance of TikTok and where it's come from and where we're heading to. Good. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, So Sick. How you been? It's been a minute.
Oh man, you and I come from almost the same generation of being the radio guys, the ones that used to be king. If somebody brings like a promo, you're like, hey, oh, you got your promo.
But I think I was slightly I think I was slightly ahead of you though.
Yeah, you were like probably like 5 years ahead of me.
Yeah, just slightly. But we come from similar generation.
Yeah, we're all doing CDs at that time and a bit of tapes. All right. I mean, speaking about people that in the industry, still in the industry, I'm still in the industry of radio and television or whatever. You know, when an artist comes to your platform, they come and they talk to you, they want you to play their music. How easy is it now using TikTok for these artists not even see KB or So Sick?
Well, when it was just TV and radio, remember, like you rightly put it, you know, the times when we started, like obviously I started radio 2003, 2004, there was no social media, you know, there was absolutely no social media. So the only way people would get the music heard is by bringing it to the radio stations. It plays on the radio station. That's the only way people know about it, or it plays in the clubs. Now the dynamics have completely changed. Well, I've been on radio for the last, I would say, 6 years. So I don't know the kind of influence that TV and radio still has. I still think it's still there, but the dynamics have changed. Everybody's on their phones now, you know, so they're using all these applications. So TikTok has been on the rise, I'd say, for the last, maybe 3-4 years, and majority of the music is blowing up from TikTok. So I would say now, not knowing how the TV industry is going or the radio industry is going, I would say social media, specifically TikTok, has been a very, very, very big platform in terms of people getting the music. Like if say, for example, you wanted to really market your music, the best option you have is obviously social media, and TikTok is one of them.
You know, this whole week I've been singing Chibiongo, and this is a young artist that you know came to me a few years ago, and we played his music on radio. He had really dope songs, but now seeing how TikTok is helping him out so much, I'm so happy to see what's happening with him. You started a TikTok show. Explain about the TikTok show. What type of TikTok show do you have?
So before I talk about my TikTok show, I noticed that most of these social media platforms, what would happen is that every time a new social media platform will come on, you know, it will come with its own advantages, and you'd see that, oh, like I remember when Facebook came on, they introduced the Facebook Reels, then Instagram came on as well. It was another medium that we could use to, you know, promote the music. Then TikTok just came and just took it a notch up, you know. So obviously, you know, the lip sync and just having trends, like somebody just pick up a trend, blows it up, and everybody uses the sound, and from there now people will either use, you know, Shazam, or they'll search for the song and, you know, go listen to your song. So right now as we speak, it's the biggest medium when you're trying to push your music. So that's the first place you want to go to. You want to play influence, you want to pay influencers to kind of vibe to your music, so that a lot of people jump. Once people just jump on a trend, it's a wrap. You know, every social media platform that came on, you know, came with its own advantages, and you know, I think they kept on working on them. By the time TikTok was coming on, you know, even though I must agree, like a person like me delayed to jump on TikTok, because the first time I saw TikTok, I thought this is so childish. You know, people just go there, they dance, or they lip sync. You know, it didn't make so much sense. You know, because I do a lot of research. So until I saw a link between TikTok and music, so I was curious to see how music was linked to TikTok and how people were making money. You know, then I discovered that, you know, TikTok was one of those that, say for example, the distributor that I use was sending money to TikTok for videos that are going viral. You know, so when I saw the reports coming in, I knew there was something there. So when I noticed something, I take interest. You know, I research. So when I started researching, I saw the link, you know, with TikTok and how TikTok was helping a lot of people blow up. Then fast forward, I saw what it was doing. You know, like every time, you know, you have a song that is out, and you know, once it just goes viral, like it has like a viral moment, and everybody's using your sound, then you're gonna make a lot of money, because a lot of people are using your sound. So like, say for example, in 2-3 days, you've got 20,000 people that use your sound, and it continues to go just like that. It's really good, because most of that money is going straight to your distributor, and your distributor is paying you that money. So based off that, then I started spending more time on TikTok. Then I realized that you don't just make money off TikTok by just having your music monetized. You can also make money for just going live. So for example, I come on TikTok, I'm doing like a live video, So it could be doing anything. Like a lot of people are making the money through playing games. So they'll be playing games, they play their dare games. So it's a match, a match up with, say, you, Steve, you're on the other side, I'm on here, then, we just match up, we're just talking crap, we're just talking crap to each other. And, people are just there in the comment section and sending gifts. So a good example is Zimba. I don't know if you guys follow Zimba. I'm sure the people that follow TikTok know who Mr. Zimba is. So Mr. Zimba spends a lot of time on his TikTok. He even calls himself, he's a streamer now. He's always on TikTok. He's always playing games. He'll be on a TikTok live like 4 times in a day, playing those games with other opponents. And, people keep gifting, and the more gifts you receive, the more money you make. So, Sig, are you still there? I don't even know if I'm talking to myself.
I'm still around, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, people have been, talking about YouTube streams and all these things in our country, Boomplay and all these. Should they be concentrating on TikTok? TikTok has clearly said that, it's guaranteed you're getting your money.
I didn't hear that question again. What did you say?
I mean, everyone concentrates a lot of YouTube streams, like, I've got 2 million YouTube streams and all these things.
Yes.
Should they be focusing more on TikTok than all these that are not really giving revenue to Zambian artists?
Well, you see, ideally, you're supposed to be making money off everything that you do. So say, for example, you put out a song, right? So if you put out a song, I'll give you an example. So if I put out a song, I use a distributor called TuneCo. So the way I'll do it is that when I put out the song on TuneCo, I make sure that it's monetized. So the key word here is monetized. So if your music, you put it out and it's not monetized, you're not going to make money. You can have 100 million, but if you never monetized it, you will not make a single coin. So it has to be monetized. So once it's monetized, what then happens now is that your distributor is alerted. You've assigned your distributor to collect your royalties on your behalf. So what then happens now is that you make money from the monetized views. So it's not every single view that counts as monetized. So you can have 1 million views, and from the 1 million views, only say 100,000 was monetized, or say 20,000 of those views were the only ones that were monetized. The rest was not monetized. What that means is that there was probably no advert that popped up when your video played. That's what that means. So you're only getting money from the monetized views. So it doesn't mean that, if you do 2 million views, then you calculate that, from the 2 million views, that's how much money I'm making. No, it doesn't work like that. It's the monetized views. That's where you're making money. Then TikTok also. Come again?
There's like you're managing Chile One, I believe. I mean, where would you tell them to go?
Where would I what?
Where would you tell your artists to go? I know you're managing Chairway, and is it Chile One as well? I don't know if you correct me if I'm wrong.
So Chairway is under management. Chairway is under Galaya Music. I do manage Chile One's music, and other aspects of his. I'm not entirely his manager. Like, I don't do everything for him, but there are certain things that I definitely do for him. So like, I manage Chile One's music. I've been managing Chile One's music right from the inception. So his music has been safe ever since, after his first single. From his second single going onwards, everything that he's put out was monetized, and whatever money that was created or was made from the monetized views, he's been able to recoup that amount. So the advice obviously to artists is, as you get in the business, show some interest, learn about some of these things. There's so many things that happen in the background. You see, the problem with artists is that you just want to be an artist, you just want to have a song blow up, do shows, and that's pretty much it, look good. But there's so much to the music industry than just having a song and just blow up, and that's pretty much it. There's the business aspect of it that you need to learn and understand exactly how it works. And in that spirit, you need to now get advice from the people that understand how it works, and they'll be able to advise you how to navigate and how you can make money, and you can make money off that. And that's pretty much what I've been doing for, I would say, for the last 6-7 years. So I do a lot of digital consultancy, and people will come and I'll advise them how to go about it, and we take it from there.
Right, so tell us about TikTok to wrap it up. What's it about?
What's the what? TikTok? Oh, the TikTok show. Okay, so TikTok, like you said, both you and I agree that it's the fastest growing social media platform right now. So things that ideally you would do on a TV show, you can take to TikTok. So in my own small capacity, I've started doing a show called Check-In with KB. So basically what I'm doing, and it's just, for me, this is just me giving back to the community. But if somebody wants to come in and sponsor the show, bring in money and, just help out, because it's a lot of work. So I have to come every Friday, ask people to send in their promos, 1 minute, 30-second promos. get those promos from say Friday up to Thursday. Then Friday I have like a lot of promo. I have to go through them, maybe pick 10 or 15, then showcase them on the show. So people are listening and I'm also listening. Then I'm like, from the 10, I would like maybe 1 or 2. Then I keep those. Next week I do the same. The other week I do the same. Then the last week you put everything together. Then you pick the final winners. So the winners, I get the winners in the studio, record their songs, then put it out. I wish I could do more. Like when I say more, it's like even go out and promote it and shoot the video. I don't have the capacity to do that. That's the reason why I'm saying I'm hopeful that eventually it's gonna grow to a point where there are gonna be some stakeholders that will be able to say like, oh, this is actually a good show. Let's chip in. If you pick the winners, we're gonna sponsor the winners. We'll put in some money, shoot their videos, manage them, and do all sorts of things. So it's just me starting. I'm not making money. I'm not making any money out of it. Well, if you watching it love the content, you can gift me, and that's the only way that I'd make money. So say for example I'm doing the show and you're watching like, oh, I like this content.
Always the market, isn't it, Toby?
Yeah, so you're like, I like KB's content. Let me send him a lion. You send me a lion is like $300. You know what I'm saying? You send me a money gun. A money gun is like maybe $2 or $3. You know what I'm saying? So the more gifts that I'm getting, I'm making a little something. So and also just showing people that you need to stay in tune with the times and how everything is moving. So TikTok is the new thing, and you can't shy away from it. So I try to embrace everything and run with it, and that's the reason why you see I'm very.
All right, KB, we're running out of time, but thank you very much, and keep on doing what you're doing for Zambian music, man. And we'll hope to see you doing the next dance challenge.
You hope to see me doing what?
The next dance challenge.
I don't know about dance challenges, but yeah.
All right, have a good day, my friend.
I'm laughing right now because I know how tall KB is. And so seeing that dance challenge, I'm torn in between, wow, that's creative. Like, oh, KB, did you just do that? Oh, did you just join the squad? Because especially when he mentioned Bazimba. Oh my gosh.
What is up with that man, though? What is up with that?
He's trying to make money from TikTok.
Oh,
Steve, are you going to join the bandwagon of the dance challenges?
I'm from an era where we don't do things like that. But hey, people are getting paid for these platforms. So if it's going to give me what I'm striving for, which is my 7 forms of income, if TikTok's going to be one of them, I'm on it.
I'm still trying to digest what I just heard, especially on the income side of it, because when you talk of, innovation when it comes to tech, the world becoming a digital global village, we must say KB is trying to do the most to ensure that Zambian creatives, are up to speed with the global trends when it comes to social media platforms, streaming sites, and all that. And it's good to hear, his expertise when it comes to TikTok. I usually use TikTok just for music, but hey, let's see, maybe I can jump on some challenges and grow a fan base that will, give me an income, like Steve is saying. But hey, without saying much, let's get into DIY. No. Yes, thank you, Steve.
This is Digital Digest, and we have Makasa Kaunda who's going to be talking about electric cars. I know we've been seeing a few hybrids here and there. I find hybrids like so fascinating because this is one that's using fuel and also charging itself. And then when your fuel is done, you do that. But today we're specifically talking about electric cars. How is Zambia going to be working with electric cars? And Makasa, let us know more.
In recent decades, the concerns about climate change and the rising fuel costs have caused a renewed interest in electric vehicles. Advancements in battery manufacturing and government incentives have made electric vehicles more affordable and practical. My name is Makasa Kaunda, and welcome to Digital Digest. Electric costs have been steadily increasing worldwide. Vehicle manufacturers have been investing heavily in electric car infrastructure and electric car research and methodology, which is making them more practical, more affordable, and more reachable to the average person like you and me. Our governments have also been investing heavily in encouraging people to acquire electric vehicles. That's in giving some tax incentives. That is also in investing in charging station infrastructure. I think Zambia now has about 5 EV charging stations. I know a few of them, but those filling stations have to pay me before I mention their names. Electric cars were first developed in the early 1800s and the 1900s. But the first practical vehicle that was created was by William Morrison in 1891. He called it an electric carriage. This vehicle was popularized due to its simplicity compared to gasoline engines, and as well it is silent, running compared to gasoline engines. Cities like Chicago and New York were littered with electric vehicles. These electric vehicles were mainly taxis, and they could go up to about 20 miles an hour, which was something big at that time. The development of affordable gasoline cars, such as the Ford Model T in the early 20th century, caused a downfall to the electric car industry, mainly due to their range. Now, what are the challenges and future prospects of these electric vehicles? One of the things we still need to work on is affordability still. Yes, I did say they're a little bit more affordable now, but still, they're still a little bit more pricier compared to gasoline-powered cars. One of the reasons of this is that the battery cost is still relatively high. It is not as high as it was back then, but it is still relatively high to the layman or to somebody like you and me. I would rather go buy a Toyota Vitz or a Honda Fit that will cost me much less than a brand new Nissan Leaf or a brand new Tesla. So these initial battery costs need to be worked on, and if we could find a solution to make the batteries as good at a lesser cost, which I think car manufacturers are trying to do, that would be a big challenge, that would be a big hurdle that will be overcome in the near future, and we could go smoother into our vision of an all-green 2030. Another challenge is also charging infrastructure. Like I said, it's not readily available in every area, like how we find a gasoline refueling station in every area. Almost every rural area might have at least one gasoline refueling station. But even in the developed countries like the UK and the USA, these charging stations are still not, while they're significantly higher, they're still not as convenient as gasoline charging stations. So imagine in third world countries, imagine in countries like Zambia as well, that I believe it only has a few charging stations. I think 5. You can dispute, you can argue with me in the comment section. I would like to know. I'm ready to learn, and I'm ready to find out if there are more or there are less. And as well, one of the challenges that we are facing, especially for our country like Zambia, is we have load shedding. So now adding electric vehicles to the mix, imagine you can't charge your car because there was no power. So that is one challenge. It's a strain to the grid. Because the electricity still needs to be taken from somewhere, and we as a country are very dependent on hydroelectricity. So having these many charging stations and charging docks right now, when we are already experiencing a strain to our electrical grid. That's it for today's Digital Digest. I hope you liked my piece and my take on these electric vehicles and where we are and where we are going as well. But if there's anything that you would like to add on, to subtract, or just have a general discussion about these, you can follow me on my social media handles. My name is Makasa Kaunda on Facebook, Makasa KJR on Instagram, and you can also pick up the conversation on the Luna Lifestyle page, both on Instagram and Facebook, we're Luna Lifestyle TV. On TikTok, Luna Lifestyle TV, and YouTube, Luna Lifestyle TV. And that's it from me and Digital Digest. Back to the studio.
Suave, rico. You need to look good. You need to have something that is going to make you stand out. You need to be a superstar. Even when there's no red carpet, you need to hear the flashes of the lights.
Or maybe you need to have something on you that gives the woman that's going to be standing next to you as you pose for that picture, you know, like, today.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, like, OMG.
All right, so we have a DIY, do it yourself with Chilamozulu, who's going to let us know more about the pocket flower today and how you can.
What is it called?
A pocket flower.
What's the other word?
The pocket flower. She'll let us know about that. So that's Chichi Chilamozulu with Do It Yourself. Stay tuned. Do it, but hey, touch it.
I don't know. It's okay. You don't
Chichi, take it away.
Hi, welcome to the DIY episode with me, Chilamozulu. And today I'm gonna teach you how to make a pocket flower. You can also call it a boutonniere, okay? Whatever is comfortable with you. For me, a pocket flower goes because boutonniere, guys, no. I may just bite myself when saying it. But anyway, I'm gonna teach you how to make this little pocket flower that's right on the suit. As you can see, I've got a guy on my right. I'm gonna teach you how to make this pocket flower that's seated very nicely on the lapel of the suit, okay? So first, before I start making, I'm gonna run you through the items that you need when making this pocket flower. The first thing that you're gonna need, as usual, is a scissors, okay? You need a scissors to make this pocket flower. You need a pliers, glue, some flowers, some ribbon, satin ribbon, and a glue gun. I love to use a glue gun. You can use any other type of glue, but for me, a glue gun goes, and it does marvelous things, okay? It makes life easy and it sticks on real quick, and the effect of the glue is very strong and can go by for a long time, okay? That's why I love to use the glue gun. But you can actually use any other type of glue that you feel is okay for you. But for me, I prefer to use the glue gun. So the first thing you're gonna do is look at your flowers, okay? So with this pocket flower, you need to be very creative. When you get your flowers, you need to look at the items that you feel when you put them together, they're gonna give you a pretty finish, okay? So I have these two bunches. I know one doesn't have flowers. I just have it for the greens, and then I'm gonna use the flowers on this other bunch, okay? So I'm gonna cut up the items that we're gonna use for the pocket flower, and I'm gonna use a pliers. So let's cut the flowers. So I'm gonna use the peach looking flower. It's got a combination of peach and some blush, like that. So when you cut it up, it's gonna look like this, okay? Then we're gonna get some greens. Like I said, I love the greens because like I said, you need to also be very creative with this pocket flower. So I've cut some greens, and also gonna get some greens from this side, maybe because I love this, because it looks so pretty and stylish. So we're gonna add that as well, okay? So let's add that. But we're gonna cut this now, here. I think this is okay, yeah. So now that we have cut the pieces that we need for the pocket flower, we're gonna put them together, okay? We'll put them together like this. There we go. So this is how it's going to look when you put it together. Pretty, right? Yeah. So after that, after you have put the three pieces together, you're gonna tie them together with the ribbon. The satin ribbon. You're gonna use satin ribbon because satin ribbon has that shine, and it's just gonna add that extra pop to the suit or the tuxedo, whatever you're wearing on that special day. And I must say, this is just not only for men, okay? I've seen some women are wearing suits nowadays. So you can actually even wear it on your suit, ladies. If you want to add that extra pop on your suit, you can actually add it, okay? So I'm rolling the ribbon onto this combination that I have just made. And this is how it goes as you roll it on, okay? You have to use satin ribbon because satin ribbon has that shine, as I mentioned earlier. Okay. I'm gonna turn off the glue gun. But by the way, the glue gun, you have to use electricity when using the glue gun. So it gets pretty hot. So when you feel like when it looks like it's getting hot, or sometimes it produces some steam, you turn it off because you can burn. So you have to make sure you time it. Okay. So I'm gonna continue rolling it until I get the firmness that I need for this pocket flower. Okay. Okay. So when I'm done, I'm gonna glue it on so that I cut the excess ribbon so that you see the product. Okay. There we go. Hold on for a few seconds so that it sticks on, and then get your pair of scissors and cut off the excess ribbon like that. So when you cut off the excess ribbon, you're gonna get that. Okay, so at this point, you're gonna have to find a pin. It could be a safety pin or any other pin that can help you secure the flower on the suit or on the shirt. But in most cases, like I said, you have to wear this pocket flower on a suit. It could be a tuxedo or just a normal suit, a jacket of a suit, okay? So you need a pin or a safety pin or any other pin that can properly secure the pocket flower on the suit. You can also actually just slot it in a pocket. If the suit has a pocket, like if you see the suit, it has a pocket, you can actually even slot it inside. If you don't want it to be on the lapel of the suit, you can slot it inside the pocket. So when you get the pin, okay, that's the pin, you can actually put it through the ribbon that you rolled on the flower, okay? Like that. So once you put it in, it's gonna be like that. And then you place it on the suit, okay? So I'm not gonna place it because the other one is already there. So you'll see how it's placed, but you need a pin or a safety pin or any other pin that can help to secure the little flower on the jacket, okay? So where can you use this pretty lapel pin, okay? So most of our men wear suits at weddings, okay? So you can actually use it on your suit at the wedding, or maybe these teenagers that are going for prom dates and whatnot. You can also actually wear it for your prom and just add that little flower on your jacket just to add that extra glam, okay? So you can actually buy these flowers from your near supermarkets. You can actually find them in gift shops or even any other stores that stock flowers. And they have to be artificial flowers because with an artificial flower, you can use it, you can reuse it, you can keep using it, okay? Though some people actually even use fresh flowers, but with a fresh flower, you can only use it for that very day. You can't use it for other days because it's gonna die out. So the perfect flower that you need to use is an artificial flower so that you can use it and use it again until you get tired. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned one or two things because you gotta do this on your own, okay? When I say on your own, I mean on your own. It's your girl Chilama Zulu. Until next time, it's bye-bye.
Probably you're looking at me trying to hold back from laughing because we just saw Chilama give us the right pronunciation of that word. I believe Steve is like, the expert when it comes to international languages, but
Boutonniere.
Let's give him some time to practice that word as we...
Boutonniere.
Boa?
Yo, cara, switch.
For the first time, Steve has accepted that we are so Zed and so Zambian, and it's okay for us to mispronounce certain things.
No, it's not okay.
What do you mean it's not okay? You just failed to pronounce?
I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, I'm for the rest of my life until I die, I won't find out how it's pronounced. No, not doing that.
Well, let's get into...
Move. Okay, let's go to Maya. Because tuanada sana panku kushaba na kashimumishishi. Minkuku ishi. Chifuma fe mbantu wa natural hair or shan?
Well, it depends. It depends on the type of hair that someone has. And that's the beautiful question you've asked, because I believe Maya will be shedding more light on that. When it comes to natural hair, I actually had to consult with her when I wanted to grow my natural hair back, because before I had it relaxed, it was so hard.
But you have beautiful hair.
Thank you. It's all
Lombe
natural.
has such beautiful hair.
I'm going to show it off very soon. I'm going to brag about my hair very soon on this episode. I just need to, collect it together and all. But yeah, I had to consult Maya because I did not know how to take care of my natural hair, because it was so thick and so coarse, like it would literally knot at the top. But when she gave me like some tips and lessons and whatnot, I've grown my hair for like 3 years now. And when you see it, you're going to be like, oh, wow, Lombe, this is what you meant. So let's get into this episode.
No, before we get into it, I mean, I'd like to give my heartfelt apologies to that young Cambodian girl whose hair was plucked out from my head by the industry just so that Lombe can have what she's wearing on her head right now. Let's go to Mayuya, the beautypreneur. Let's talk about natural hair.
Welcome to GFG segment with me, your host, Mayuya the Beautypreneur. I am developing a love relationship with you guys. I don't know if you can feel it, but I can feel it. And today I decided to talk about something that I absolutely love, something I'm passionate about, and something I wanted to share so you guys can learn and also be on the same boat that I am on. As you can see, I'm rocking my natural hair, and I'm so big on natural hair, guys. I love natural hair, and it didn't happen overnight to get to where I'm at. And I've had to learn things along the way. I've had to unlearn things. I've had to change routines. I've had to do a lot of research. I've had to, dig into and find out what is it other people are doing that I'm not doing. On the show today, I'm going to be telling you one of the key things I learned on my natural hair journey that just smoothened the entire path. The entire journey changed. This is a game changer, guys. And we're talking porosity, right? I know the first time I heard that word, I was like, porosity, what is that? It's simply the ability of your hair to absorb and retain moisture, as simple as that. So whatever is moisturizing your hair, whether it's water, a leave-in, whether it's oil or butter, how does your hair absorb the product and how does it retain it? Does it quickly go in and quickly go out? Before you know it, your hair is dry? Or does it actually go in and stay locked in? Or does it just stay on the surface and it's not even absorbed in any way? And you're wondering, but I just put in this product. Why is my hair still feeling dry? Okay, so guys, porosity is very important because it helps you understand where your hair is at. And when you know where your hair is at, you'll be able to know what products to use. You'll be able to know if you're protein sensitive. You'll be able to know what hair care regimen you can incorporate into your hair. You'll be able to know a whole lot of things. It simply just simplifies all of that, okay? I bet you're wondering what's behind me. Yes, I'm in a hair product store, and this is Lala's hair products, and these are the products that I actually use to get this volume and to get these curls and to get this beautiful look that I have on today. So Lala's hair products is a simple, organic, and natural hair product line which has been developed for you to maintain your hair, manage your hair, grow your hair, attain to all the needs that you have when it comes to your hair. And they have 3 major lines, which is the Chebe range, they have the Share range, and they have the Kitties range. I feel very generous today. In fact, I feel like Oprah Winfrey. You know how she would go, you're going home with the product, you're going home with the product, you are going home with the product. So guys, I'm giving this amazing product to 10 people. So all you have to do is make sure you're following Luna Lifestyle TV on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And make sure you're following me, of course, Mayuya the Beautypreneur, on all my socials, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Oh, I forgot TikTok. that too. Meanwhile, I've got some curls that are popping, guys. I don't know if you can see it. I want to show you how I actually attained this look. So I'm going to take you on this journey with me at Glanville Beauty Spas, and they actually went on and did the things. They styled my hair. I'm pretty happy. And of course, we used Lala's hair products. So there I am at Glanville Beauty Spas. My hair is clean, it's washed, it's blown out, but I don't like to use a lot of heat, so I made sure that they didn't overblow it or stretch it in any kind of way, because I hate heat. It's damaging to your hair, right? Then she went on and got the products that we're using. Of course, it's sheer hair butter, and we're gonna use some mousse as well. Pretty much those are the two ingredients that we use, and some oil as well. Yeah, the sheer hair oil, which we're gonna slap on at the end of the entire process. So she went on and started doing some parts into my hair. She started getting sections of my hair. And the first thing that she did when she got the sections is she applied the mousse onto my hair, made sure that it's damp-ish, not wet. So after she put the mousse, she went on and put the butter at the ends, and then she got a flexi roll, and then she started rolling the hair. Okay, as you can see, we're putting emphasis on the ends of the hair and making sure that they are tight, so the coils are more defined. Basically, that's it. You know, so she went on and parted different sections, applying the mousse, applying the butter to the ends, getting the flexi roll, and going on and, you know, curling the hair onto the flexi roll. It's actually a very simple process. You can actually do this on your own at home. Make sure you buy the product and you go ahead and get yourself some flexi rolls and you do it. But I love the luxury of being at a hair salon. I love someone else doing the job for me. I love to be pampered. So obviously I had that done. Guys, I did not go into the dryer. Disclaimer, I hate heat. So what did I do? I actually went home with these flexi rolls because I wanted it to air dry. I don't know, you know, I just feel air drying is better than applying heat. Back in the salon again. This is her unraveling the curls. Oh my goodness, guys, can you see that curl? My curls are popping. I know I'm not even supposed to do this wholesale phrase type of thing, but guys, hey, I'm feeling my hair. Hello. So she goes on and she's unraveling the curls, and I can see that the hair is bouncy. I can see the hair is so full. It's giving what it's supposed to be giving, and more, guys, and more. So the process goes on and on and on. And then once she is done unraveling the curls, she goes on to get the sheer growth oil from Lala's hair products. And basically she's using this oil to help moisturize the ends and also ensure that once she begins to unravel the curls, we don't get that frizz, because guys, we're about that perfect finish. We want it to look good. You know, we want the curls to pop. We don't really want to unravel them and, you know, get hair looking like it's, you know, not curling in the right direction. It's just all over. So she begins to unravel the curls, and there we go. As you can see, it's bouncing, it's looking full, it's looking healthy. It's giving, guys, it's giving. It's giving, it's giving, it's giving, it's giving so much more. I haven't done this style in a long time, and you know, we're coming out of winter, and I just thought to say I'm gonna keep my hair in braids. I kept my braids for a very long time. I said I'm not even gonna bother to take them out because, guys, my hair breaks in winter. Like, it needs a lot of moisture. So I kept it tucked in, but now that it's summer, I just said, why not? Let me rock my hair. You know, it's beautiful, it's healthy, it's long, and yeah, let me rock it. So there we go, guys. You can see from the picture, the curls are giving, they're popping, they're very defined. That's the word. The curls are defined. So we simply just use Lala's hair butter, And obviously we added some mousse in the beginning, and then we unraveled them with the Lala's growth oil. We went on to styling, and voila, this is the final look, guys. I hope you guys learned a thing or two and you're gonna actually try and get this hairstyle, guys. But in front of me, I have water in a glass, and I also have my hair strands over here. It's about to get real. Guys, we're doing a porosity test, okay? It's not as complicated as it seems, right? But I'm gonna simplify it for you. So we have a glass here, and it's got clean water. And the hair that we have here is clean hair. These strands are shampooed, so there is no oil on this hair, right? So this is not the only test that you can do to actually know what kind of hair you have. However, there are many tests, and I will run you through some of the ways in which you can actually know how your hair is without actually having to do this. This is for those who have the time and are eager to know. I must say that everybody's hair is different, right? My hair on my front is different from the hair on my crown, and it's also different from the hair at the back. Sometimes you can have different hair porosities. At the same time, it also depends, is this new hair? What I mean by new hair is that the hair at the bottom, the new growth. The new growth will be different from the hair at the tips, because maybe the hair at the tips has been susceptible to hair dye or heat or chemicals or other things that you actually did with your hair. So obviously it will be different. However, if you still want to go ahead and do this test, I would say get hair from different sections of your head and then see how your hair will do once you put it to test, right? This process is called, or this test rather, is called the floating test. So I'm going to pick few hair strands from here. I'm going to drop them into this water, and we're going to find out what kind of hair I have. Okay, so here goes. And sometimes it depends how long you're gonna wait for this process. However, I would advise, if you're not gonna wait long, you actually speed this process along by just dunking the hair into the water. That way you're able to get rid of the tension and the resistance that you have in the beginning. Okay guys, so I'm gonna wait 5 to 10 minutes for this hair, and then we're gonna see where this hair is gonna be. Is it gonna be at the top? Is it gonna be in the middle? Or is it gonna be at the bottom, right? And to delve deeper into porosity, there are actually 3 levels to porosity. Are you high? Are you low? Are you medium? Okay, you will definitely fall into any of those categories. What it simply means is look at your hair shaft as a stem, maybe a stem of a tree, and then you have these cuticles on the stem, which could be like the leaves or something in those lines, right? So they sit on the stem of the tree. And then if you look, or on the branch of the tree, however you want to see it. So if you look at your hair cuticles, they're sitting on your hair shaft, right? But they are different. Some are tight and closed. Some are a little bit open, and some are so wide open, right? So if you're low porosity, you definitely have a tight or closed up cuticle, meaning how will the water be absorbed by the hair if your cuticles are tight? Okay, so low porosity, there's that resistance. A way in which you can help aid that resistance is by using heat. If you're low porosity, your hair is definitely sitting at the top of the glass, it's floating. At the same time, it means that your cuticles are tight. So you need to use heat. Okay, so you can use heat in different ways. And when I say heat, I'm not saying you put that heat on a blower and you sit and you blow your hair or you straighten your hair. No, when I say heat, I mean like wearing a steaming cap or sitting under a steamer, you know, so that you open up those follicles, and then the product will actually get to sink in to your follicles. So if you're that type of person, you probably slap on product
and it's kind of feeling like your hair is greasy, or the product is not actually going in, it's not absorbing, because it actually isn't. Your cuticles are closed. So try and use heat and, you know, steam that hair, open up those cuticles so the product can actually be absorbed. The opposite to that is obviously high porosity, which is at the bottom. You will find that your hair is sinking at the bottom, meaning you're high porosity. When you're high porosity, it simply means that you get product in quickly. You know, your hair absorbs the product quickly. Is that a good thing? No, it's not a good thing, because as quickly as it goes in, it quickly goes out. Your shafts are open, so even when you go and, you know, like shampoo your hair or you wash it, it quickly dampens, and before you know it, it's quickly getting dry. It quickly gets dry, and even when you slap product on, it goes in and it sucks it all up. You're like, did I actually put product? Because before you know it, your hair is dry. What is the aim? The aim is to actually be at a medium porosity, which is the normal porosity, meaning that your cuticles are just the right size, your ability to absorb and retain moisture is balanced, you put in product, it's nicely absorbed, and it doesn't get out quickly. So guys, like I mentioned, there are ways in which you can know your porosity without actually having to do this test. Like I said, I haven't done this test in a very long time. Actually, from the very beginning when I actually started my hair care journey, because now I know my hair, so it gets easier, and I understand my hair. So I know just by the way my hair is behaving that, okay, Mayuya, today we're on a high porosity, we're on a low porosity, all our hair is actually there. So we'll actually have to do things to our hair in order to make sure we're always at a normal. So if you do this test and you find out that your hair is high porosity, honey, you are not high porosity forever. You can actually do things to your hair to get you to a medium and a normal porosity. If you're low porosity, you don't have to accept that either. That way you will know that what my hair actually needs is this product, so I can get myself to a normal porosity. Okay, so I usually do this by just simply looking at how my hair reacts to water, for instance, or like a leave-in conditioner. If I go into the shower and my hair quickly dampens, right? It gets wet so quick. Then obviously I'm on a high porosity. If you're that person who, whenever you just put water onto your hair and it's already wet, you're on a high porosity, your cuticles are open, so everything that you slap on is absorbed quickly, right? And if you're on a low porosity, you will find that by the time you will find that when you slap on the water or you slap on the leave-in conditioner, it actually takes a while, you know, like a while until, you know, the product actually sinks in, you know, then you're actually on a low porosity. When you're on a high porosity, we'll say stay away from heat, because heat opens your cuticles even more. So you don't need heat if you're on a high porosity. What you need is actually even to invest in oils that are heavier. You know, we're talking about oils like the castor oils, because those oils will seal, you know, will seal that cuticle. So after you slap on whatever it is that you're doing, if you're gonna wash your hair, which is the water, the moisture, if you're gonna add a leave-in, you put it on there, you're gonna add a butter, you put it on there, and then you seal it with a heavy oil, okay? So it stays in there and you don't lose it. If you're low porosity, then you need to heat your hair, you need to steam your hair, you need to open up those cuticles, slap whatever it is you need to slap into it, and then seal it with a lighter oil. And when we talk about lighter oils, we're talking about maybe like the almond oils and the likes, which are not so heavy. And then you're good to go, because that way your cuticles will bear the lighter oil. Back to our test, guys. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes and I can see that my hair is actually in the middle. Isn't that a good thing? This means my hair is actually medium to normal porosity. My hair don't need nothing, honey. I'm doing whatever I'm doing it right. Okay, and it does show, guys, like my moisture is still in there, and yeah,
we're doing a good job. So this is the aim, guys, to actually be right in the middle and not be at the bottom or be at the top. I hope you guys have learned a thing or two about natural hair and you have enjoyed yourself as much as I have on this glamorous, flamboyant guide. Make sure to follow our social media handles, that is Luna Lifestyle TV, Lala's Hair Products, because they are giving away products, and of course, You're the Beautypreneur, and let us know why you deserve to win a Chebe hair mask. Until next time, it's your girl, You're the Beautypreneur, and I'm out.
All right, we got to get out of here. But when we get out of here, we want no calls from our bosses, all right? Because today we talked about, if it's 8 to 17 hours, let us know, all right? If it's not 8 to 17 hours, maybe it's 8, and then you're on call. Found out when we talked about it on Luna today, about what? Work-life balance.
Yeah, being able to have a life away from your work where you can build your own capacity, be an individual away from the institution that you are attached to, especially in reference to the law that was passed in Australia recently, where employees are given the right to disconnect and they can choose whether to pick up their employer's calls or not. And of course, right after that, we jumped into the kitchen. I just tested a prawn, guys.
Yeah, she actually
I wish I did it on camera. I'm about to tear.
Yeah. So what did you? I mean,
it was so nice. It actually tasted like a chicken.
Tasted like chicken? Really?
Yeah, it was so nice.
Are we going on prawn dates now?
I am actually gonna go on a prawn date. If you're paying, I could go with you to Hotstone. But if you're not paying, I'm going on my own to Hotstone.
People always
so that
pay.
I can test that, dish. I would want probably to have a whole dish that just has prawns.
And Chef Panda is single, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Oh yeah, he is single. I'm not looking though. Because I'm not single. No, I'm not looking.
Yeah, very now. Hey, not come for one day. And then we talked to KB, obviously TikTok. You do your challenges, make that money. Basically, it's the only platform that our Zambia is, that is giving free money. Not really free money, but it's giving money. You can hear all these, and YouTube, we got Chan million views, what? People are not making money off this. So follow your content creators, enjoy their content, and TikTok will pay them. So
especially that we're still fighting right now to get, monetization of creators' accounts with Meta, which hasn't happened till now.
It's just Zambia.
Yeah, it's not really. There's still other countries, but when you look at where Zambia is in the creative industry, South Africa, Kenya, we're not very far behind from them, you know. So we would have expected that to happen, but to know that TikTok is paying our creators even without them asking to be paid, as long as they have met they've met the criteria, they're being paid, why not? So let's rally behind them. And of course, it was great to learn about electric vehicles. I think I am about to buy one. I would definitely get a loan for an electric vehicle because I'm not about to break my head thinking fuel balloon.
And do you know what happened? What happened recently? China has the cheapest electric cars.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
The cheapest electric cars. And guess what? The European Union, the UK, and the US have done. They're like, how is China doing this? We don't like it. So we're going to increase them importing into our countries. Canada today made it 100% so that Chinese electric cars don't come into
I was
Canada.
even about to say that, to say China may have the cheapest, but look at first of all where you are situated.
Yeah.
You are a landlocked country. So you would have to go through how many ports? You'd have to go through how many borders? And then let's look at the duty.
But if you want a cheap car, China's a place to go then.
But I think it's something that I would be willing to still invest in.
Yeah.
Fuel prices, fuel availability. I don't think I want that headache. But hey, the future is, of course, getting into the automobile industry of electric cars. So let's see what the future unfolds. Thank you, Makasa, for that. Chila Mozulu, of course, on that flower of the pocket flower.
All right, and then we had Mayuya talking about Lombe's hair, beautiful hair, with the natural hair, styling hair, and all the things that you need to know, the products that you need to get for your natural hair. I hear it's pretty hard, and she just made it so much easier.
She has made it so much easier, and so it was great to hear her talk about the Lala's hair products, which she, has been one of the pioneers of, where it helps you care for natural hair. And there's a product I haven't yet tested that she spoke about that I want to try and test.
What? I think we're going into our overtime. Right, boss? Yeah? So we're done with this show. Thanks for joining us on Luna today. Catch it on our YouTube channel and also on our Facebook page as well. Follow the link and comment on some of the great topics that we've had for you today.
Well, thank you so much for joining us once again, as my colleague Steve has made it known to you. Until next time, we are out.
Work-life balance. Work-life balance. We're out.
Balance.